about Emerson Foundation. Obviously, they are partners to government. Government la ñoo liggéeyal. Most of all the classrooms in the government will build, they do it with Emerson Foundation. So gis loolu am tam because we created the environment. Moo tax gars yi ñëw di partner with government. Da nga understand ne Gambia tey suñ development budget and suñ development support is mostly from donors, but also from GLF, mooy government local funds. When it comes to education, interventions, not only education, even agriculture, healthcare, then they have development component. And we thank Emerson Foundation because you legal government to build these classrooms. But government also will take the credit because you create environment, just like KM, Bunbile Library in kind of thing. It's not like Halisi, Lempok, by KM. It's donor funded, but KM takes the credit. That's how governments work. Then not only use the resources available to you internally, but you also go out network, search for partners for development. The important is not kan moko sampa. It's about the impact in changing, transforming lives, ensuring that people have access to education. Ñun buñ démé Boli Bandan on some other areas. Luñ teachers yi wax moy né before you build those classrooms, students yu bari duñ ñëw school because there are not enough classrooms. When you build those classrooms, they saw how access improved. No like they started. Rew do ko dé sampa in one day. It takes time. Even Rome wasn't built in a day. Luckily for me, I follow the development trajectory of many countries across the world, from Sweden to Denmark. We all know how they all moved up the ladder. They are not all built in one day. Even most of the countries after the Second World War, they were all destroyed. But they built up again. Look important, we are on a path. Gambia is not going back. Nobody can tell me based on the data we are going back. We are going ahead. Yes, there are still challenges. Can we expect perfection? Everywhere is perfect. There are still challenges. But the most important thing is we are on a path towards transformation. Dimba, at least gis nañ improvement in every sector. That I think everybody agree on lolu. See roads, did we see improvement? Yes. Could we do better? Yes. Education, did we see improvements? Yes. Could we do better? Yes. Actually, bare on that front. But nga ñëw see energy about the subvention. If you subvent NAWEC, it means you are subvent citizen because it means that NAWEC's operational costs are reduced. Because to reduce you feel it in the cash power. It means now you do charge above the charge. So if you support NAWEC, you support citizen, you see it in the because Gambia, unfortunately, since independence, we did not have green energy. Heavy fuel generators. The fuel is imported from outside. So if the world market of oil goes up, obviously operational cost goes up. Yeah. And also our grid is outdated. We have not invested in the grid. Because right now I found three components. Generation, transmission, and distribution. You invest in Ben for the past 25 to 30 to 40 years. Invest in generation because we just focus on the generators in Am. Legal government built 23 megawatts in Jambur. You get commission 150 megawatts in Soma, just to go to green transition. You can also import from other countries, but it's cheaper because it's scale. More than you build this 225 kVA, import bulk from other countries. Energy, amud politics, amud frontier. Today, there are gas pipelines in Estonia, them Germany. Tay, I'm not in Latvia, they supply Norway, kurang. So that's say because market being said, fanga common ame cheap. If, for example, the Gambia can get it cheaper from Guinea Conakry by buying bulk, it's cheaper than AMSA own thing. You buy it from outside. It's called comparative advantage. That's how it works. That's how the energy sector works. So right now, as a government, we've diversified. You can build the green infrastructure here by 150 megawatts in Soma, 23 megawatts. But also we are buying from outside because it's cheaper to buy from outside because energy amud politics amud frontier. So we are doing that. But also what government has done is to make sure that we increase salaries on 3 occasions. We know that, and for the first time. When other countries are retrenching, what the global outlook is different, we increase salaries. So when it comes to energy stuff, but also another point that is very interesting, I think it's in the health sector. When I mentioned Bobo no minister goes to the hospital. Man, I wish I had no fund integral minister put you outside because man, personally, I don't like to buy my personal life.
40 million, I believe.
No, but that is for all Gambians can benefit. I've seen Gambians who've been helped.
I believe it was just for the ministers and so on and so forth, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, I did not see anything in the budget which says, I've not seen it. I'm saying, man, gisumako. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. But this is earmarked for ministers' healthcare abroad. Man, gisumako si budget. It's for Gambians. The man gis na Gambians so hamne tay. They need surgery bo hamne mënuñ ko def in our hospitals. They've been sent to go outside. Man, personally, Ismaila Ceesay, and I'm on record. Small dom boom febare, EFS TV la ko yobu ci children's ward, and she got the best service. Maso madam play for man twist my uncle be. EFS TV la dem. They are there. Lol was a couple of months ago. Fofu la def X-ray, and when I saw the X-ray room, I was shocked that we have such an X-ray room in the Gambia. Man, fofu la dem. Man, even the one ni but it's not when it's private because what you can get, so they may soon cardio unit B is brand new, fully AC. I wish legi we go to these places and see. Because sometimes when you talk, right? Li amud. Yes, there are challenges, but these challenges are not insurmountable. What we are saying is that there is progress, and I think everybody agrees to that. You don't feel that everything is perfect. No, but there is progress. There is big progress in the Gambia. Let's look at security. There is progress in security. The Gambia is very stable, secure democracy. Very secure, stable democracy. And they talk about Barrow doing democracy. Nobody is saying Barrow personal as a person gave us democracy. But his government created an environment for democracy to thrive. This you'd see came out, they toppled the government thinking that they want, but they are more repressive in Mali. Imambi influence na you see, but what's happening there today? Did they have freedom and democracy? No. But what we are saying is that, by and large, just to respond to Mr. Sibi, these are the issues that are happening. And that should be the political debate. And that I've always emphasized. Debate should focus on Lala government be nekaditef. And what are they doing wrong? And that is why the opposition comes into private alternative. The healthcare sector today, same programs and policies are leading to this outcome. When we come, this is what we are, and we focus the debate on that. And that's how I see it. Because obviously we cannot all agree. But like I said, there is progress, and progress is a fact. Nobody can tell me that Gambia is worse off today than it was 10 years ago. Nobody can tell me that. Because all the indicators are saying something different. In every aspect, in every sector, we have improved. Now, is it perfect? No. But we have improved. And there is still room for improvement. Nations are not built in one day. Remember, this government inherited a lot of these problems. Okay. We inherit all of these problems. And we have a task, two tasks that this government has. The first task is to provide Gambians their basic services today because they don't want to wait. I'm not excuse the one no. Gambians want water today. They want electricity today. They want healthcare today. They want education today. You have to provide. But also you have to build the country for the future because every generation you have to build for the next generation. Every generation you have to build for the next generation. You build for the next. That's how countries more develop long-term development planning. Today, the previous government, 25 years, should have sat and looked at trends, population trend. In 2025, Gambia's population will be 2.5 million people. What would they need in terms of water? What would they need electricity? How many young people will need jobs? How many children will need nursery school? How many businesses how many cars will be running in the Gambia? How many roads do we need? But that wasn't done, unfortunately. Now we have to do all those things. We have to invest in energy sector, invest in this, invest in that, yes. And that is what is happening now. This government is focusing on that. We are providing services for the people as best as we can, but also we are also trying to build the country for the future. But also, we have created a stable, secure democracy. And that is a fact. Gambia is one of the most stable and secure democracies today in the subcontinent. And that is a fact. Yes, there are challenges. There are public safety challenges. I think with crime. Nobody can tell me Gambia is an insecure country. That is not the data. Yes, there is public safety challenges. There is homicide here. But which country in the world doesn't have homicide? Which country in the world? Well, our homicide rates are very low. But homicide doesn't reflect on the general security of a country. There are many factors because security is multidimensional. You don't look at rain and secure, insecure. No. You don't understand what I'm talking about. Security is multidimensional. You look at the human aspect of security, you look at political security, you look at human security, you look at a lot of things. Now, countries today in Australia, 2 weeks ago, Bondi Beach, 2 gunmen went to the beach, peaceful beach, killed almost over 10 people, I think. Do we say Australia is insecure? No, we are not saying that. It's one of the most secure countries. But crime happens in Sweden every day. There is gang violence in Sweden today, one of the most secure democracies. But did we say Sweden is insecure? No. All these are challenges, public safety challenges, and every country goes through these challenges. What determines a good government is when you face these challenges, how do you deal with these challenges? That is what is important. That's a challenge of public safety.
Challenges yi nan la ko government bi di facé nan la ci government bi nek di def because of yaa ngi wax waxi comme ñenn ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi leen di faat not rek comme ni nga ko waxee but lan la ci government bi def ndax mu ngi
government dafa invest more in security apart from the security sector reform, new national security policy, new national defense, the legislative aspect but also the pragmatic aspect of it. New Yorker ñu ngi jël more police recruits ñu ngi leen a train. We are focusing to ensure that the police is more professional, more ethical, and that's democratic control. We are investing in equipment for the police as well, and training as well for the new change and curriculum. Like I said, all these things have been going for many, many years changed. So we are trying to change those things, and we are trying to change the mindset. And remember, look at the police to citizen ratio in the Gambia. Every police, not a citizen, Lawara guard. If you look at the numbers, police to citizen ratio. Every police, not a citizen, Lawara guard. We're going to have how many police in every house, in every street, in every shop, and in every. Why we don't have? It's not. No country does it. Homicide happens. That people who know each other. So what happens is that what the government is doing is to do as best as possible to promote public safety, and that is what we are doing. Investing in the police, investing in their resources.
No, Nyawuru, please, Michael.
Investing in their resources.
No, no, don't déglu ba pare. No, Nyawuru, no, you have to be déglu. No, you are not the moderator.
No, Garmi.
No,
déglu ma.
Is the moderator, please.
Garmi.
No, Nyawuru.
No, I just want to say something.
No, this
is a forum. This is a forum.
I know, but dafa am tamit no. That's regulation.
Déglu ma. dañoo waxtaan Garmi. dañoo waxtaan lii xam nga dafa am loo xam ne man duma ko de mën a understand because su ñoo waxtaan kenn mënut a nekk di waxtaan yow soo amee loo ko bëgg a laajte sax ñu laa wane déedéet.
non déedéet yow non Nyawuru da ngaa
man dama bëgg a laajte yow nga ne ma déedéet.
Nyawuru non da ngeen déglu non da ngeen di déglu tamit nga di tingis mooy
waaw baax
yow Durja mu la interject nga bañ loolu
déedéet man
xaaral moom su fekkee dafa
bëgg
Nyawuru man su ma
ges bi laa bëgg a laajte
soo ko bëggee laaj sa time bu ñëwee am nga 8 minutes soo bëggee nga laaj ko waaye su bëggul nga interject ko
maa ngi xaar suma 8 minutes amul problème
please waaw ku nekk soo amee
so clearly there are public safety challenges. No country is crime free. Every country has crime issues, particularly in a country boo xam ne majority of people are young people. So these things happen. But we are doing best as possible to make sure that we reduce the crime rate and keep it as minimal. But today, in the subcontinent, Gambia is one of the most secure countries. In fact, the fourth most secure country in Africa to travel to. So that's a fact.
All right. Léegi ñu ñëw ci wàllu agriculture tey ci government bi lu mu ci def boo xoolee 2024 amoon na pharmacie baykat suñu bari ñu ngi doon complain ci lu jëm ci seen wàllu payoor gi ni ñu ko doon fayee maanaam ñu ko digitaliser comme yóbbu ko ci yenn yónnee kay xaalis pour ñu mën di fay foofu noonu amoon na challenges yu bari prices bi 2025 tamit the same thing government bi put na some measures pour gis ne loolu noonu du amaat ba tey pharmacie ñoom su ñëw si wàllu pricing bi ñu bari criticize nañ ne dañ maintain price yi daaw yi ba léegi comme ñu jàpp ne pharmacie disaaf nañ tamit ñu yokkal leen seen dañuy jëndee seen gerte ndax mbay dafa métti ak yeneen yu ci xaj yëpp ci wàllu agriculture tey boo doon compare li government bi def daaw ak ren doo am na ñu nga xam ne ñoom ni ñu ko gisee mooy government bi defut benn improvement soo ko compare ndax dafa téye maintain li nga xam ne mooy price bi niñ ko doon fayee ko nañ lañ ko continuer ba tey so yow lan nga ci indi lu bees.
xam nga foog ñu understand investments ñu def into agriculture. They couldn't invest only in the groundnut, purchasing of groundnut. You can invest in fertilizer, engrais. Take a bag of fertilizer, the world market, because fertilizer, raw material, Russia la jógee Ukraine, and because of the war there is a limited supply, so the price of fertilizers has gone up in the global market. ñun per 50 kilogram bag government mu ngi ko jëndee over $2,700 per bag. ñu ngi ko resell to the farmers $1,100. It means government is subsidizing over $1,700 per bag of fertilizer pour farmers yi mun ko am cheap, because fertilizer is a very important lifin pour agriculture. moo tax ñun input pour agriculture, moo tax government is subsidized. When it comes to the granules, government du toog rek mu set up price, mu dem toog xalaat rek set up $38,000 per ton. No, they def consultation with the Gambia Farmers Associations. After consultations boobu noonu, mu check the market in the region, the price, but also check the global price, because government su ko jënd daf koo jaayaat. Government du dee teg gerte mu teg ko fii nii. The global market price per ton of groundnut is $20,000 per ton, 20,000 global market. Government mu ngi ko jëndee from pharmacy $38,000. It means government has to subsidize $18,000 per ton of ground bu mu jëndee si pharmacy. Government is losing, just subsidize the farmers. So foog nga set factors yooyu noonu. So government dafa take time mu consult check factors yi, global factor, regional factor, mu come with a price boo xam ne at least mooy li nga xam ne pharmacy duñ soxla waa government tamit, because we ñoo subsidize is over $1 billion. lu ñoo subsidize agriculture. It's me, you and your money. We are the taxpayers. Just support pharmacy. So don't want to reg and okay, then go over $39 or $40. Based on what? It has implications. Okay. And so government has done that. Government has also. There are three things in Hamne that are important for ñun suñ vision to move from seasonal agriculture to year-round agriculture, but move subsistence agriculture to commercial large-scale agriculture. There are three important things. One is agriculture infrastructure. Today we are just about to launch 204 kilometers of roads for agriculture. We link agricultural communities and farmland. We have focused only on agriculture. Minister of Agriculture, we launched that project. 204 kilometers across the country, from West Coast to North Bank to LRR. 204 kilometers of roads that connect people to their farmlands, give them access to markets as well. That is ongoing right now as we speak. Ñu jógee si loolu infrastructure, ñëw si capacity. Then believe the pharmacy need to understand what they are doing in terms of farming. Moo tax ñu create that agro business school in Pachar. But moo tax tamit ñu ngi create lu ñoo ooyee mixed farming center in Jambanjili boo xam ne dañ leen teach youth si foofu only on how to do 24 hours vegetable farming with luño oye this fatana, but that's what they do there. 24 like round the year develop vegetable farming. Lola ñaka def fofu in Jambanjeli. It's called the mixed farming center. With greenhouse is more for neka. Okay. It's a kind of a technology for farming so that they can learn best practices from other countries as well, particularly China. So we are doing all these things. The third thing more access to capital. Farmers bari amuñ access to capital because why? Banks don't give loan to people ñam amuñ strong collateral. But the government now has decided, this is very recent, to transform Gamisal, bena institution la, into an SOE to be the guarantor for farmers to access loans and capital from the banks. To help farmers for that. They recently let go pass in cabinet. So that any farmer, whether you're young farmer or old farmer, so get a loan from the bank, government more guarantee. So in case you default on your loan, loan, because it's important. So get access because farming is capital intensive. So government is capital intensive. It requires knowledge in today's farming and technology, but also it requires infrastructure. Lola government need to focus on right now.
Okay, Mr. Cham.